Time to paint a new background.
Let's
Change
go.
up my frequency. I've been up now and back
This last one for
down.
2025.
Switch up the life I lead. We can't just press rewind if you're not honest.
Learning about business is that you've just got to have fucking balls to have a crack.
Be heartless. I turned your frequency down. I turn your frequency down.
I'm Olivia, your digital assistant for B Media. I'm here to help explain how I can assist your business with lead generation and pre-qualification. Is now a good time to chat about the B Media process?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's up, G? Stay two.
That is,
Oh, you know, just fucking living the dream, baby.
that's the one.
Gonna just need to think more of the outcomes and the specificity of the thing that we're doing.
What I'm excited about too is like they probably want that end piece of the puzzle, but we need to be like, no, we need to go through this process in order to be able to deploy this tactic, and it's just going to help us to be able to deploy the correct tactics in order to get the desired or travel towards the desired outcome. I called him this morning and just said, look, obviously they're looking for this. I want to pitch it to them. He's like, yeah, you need to put a proposal together. Obviously they want a CRM. I can talk to those pain points. Their data's everywhere. They've got subscriptions fucking left, right and centre, and they want a central source of truth, which is a problem right now that they want to solve. Then also it's that automation side. So it could be a really good opportunity. Like if it's only going to take a few days to build something, and they just don't have time to do any of that shit, bro.
It would be good to jump on call and to go through a process of like understanding what other pain points and then understand what they actually want or actually need. They understand they need to make a change in some way, shape, or form.
They want to be able to schedule, they want to be able to do email marketing through it, and they want something that's really comprehensive. They want something that can text. Obviously, we can do the phone calls.
Combo guys, you want a CRM, satisfied, you're pushing on pain points, people are like, yeah. Get it into like a flowchart, right? Like burst, like an entity chart, because then you've got like the ability to be like, hey, look, we spoke for 45 minutes, we developed out this flowchart, let's talk about it again.
I know what's right, but I can't help thinking I'm misusing my time. I never felt too off with this, 'cause something in my soul says
It's actually not too bad, because it's quite a warm day out. Still cold enough to get started. Been for a run this morning, coffee, read my book. Life is not too bad at all. So this is my little concoction. It tastes like shit, but it's meant to replace some minerals and help with the metabolism. So I definitely need that. I really need to spend time into putting these long form videos out there because I really want to document. It makes life a lot easier and it's just a lot more natural. So yeah, I was just reading that book. I like to start the day by reading a book, getting the brain moving and stuff. With that book, to be honest, it's quite difficult to understand some of the language and things, and so it's quite uncomfortable. Now you could go two ways with it. I could put the book down and just be like, this isn't for me, or I could just power through and put some new language and words and all sorts into my brain. Some of the things do make sense, and I'm one of those people that sometimes you feel like it goes in one ear and out the other. I've really got to concentrate when it comes to the reading, otherwise I just feel dumb and I feel like it doesn't stick. So especially with a book like that, it makes it a lot harder, but it's just trying something that's uncomfortable. So yeah. Need to get some stuff done for Symphony, get some editing and things done as we wrap that contract up, which is quite sad. Just got to power through these mental barriers at the moment that I'm holding myself back. I believe in what we're doing. Yeah, I'm just afraid of the unknown and such. So it is what it is, baby. But I'm excited at the same time. Month one has been a bit up and down, so just got to put the foot on the gas, and it's what I want to achieve for the year.
You guys don't do branding, your content and sales funnels and things.
Yeah, funny thing about that is at the moment we can do these things. We are trying to be a bit more specific, and that's where we would eventually like to go. But being a strategic marketing partner, I kind of alluded to, is that at the end of the day we want to work with you, and if there's things that need to be done as part of your journey, like we're more than happy to help support that and bring that to life as well. We've got a lot of people in different places. We can really start from wherever necessary. But the good thing about, I'm sure Rich will get into it, is we want to like understand what you're trying to achieve, what your biggest bottlenecks are, and then also get to know your clients. Then we can obviously talk to them and their pain points and just marry the two together. So my coffee machine's pretty much shit itself. The grinder's not working at the moment, so I'm buying coffees at the cafe each day because can't go without that caffeine. I just want to pump out these 2 edits, fill in some of the content calendar as I finish up tomorrow with Juco. Fingers crossed with what we're doing and building our automations and our systems to help people generate more leads and have a client management system and things that's so comprehensive it's not funny. I want to finish off on a high so that potentially it gives me the opportunity to do that. It kind of sucks walking away from something, but I'm too far on this journey. I've got big visions, goals that I need to get after, and you know, it was reasonable money and it was also probably towards that ceiling of where I'd been before. But for me, I want to build something where I can give back and create an environment that people that want to learn, that want to grow, that want to know more about the digital space, because it's certainly changed my life. I don't have all the answers right now, but it's just about going on that journey to figure things out. Like I want to get this business financial enough to find that give back and how we can help people on their journeys in life. And I think getting back into the podcast space and having some cool conversations with epic people, winners mentality, and just bringing people in that know, you know, business, mindset, people that move differently. It would be awesome to rub shoulders with those sort of people. But where I've gone wrong all the time is trying to do too much and having this big vision but not taking those consistent steps forward and being too scattered. So it's important to be a little bit more focused and understanding that, you know, it's a journey. Some of these things can come at a later date, but the most important thing right now that we're working on is our system and our customer journey. So we really want to nail that so everything fully makes sense, which it pretty much does now, but we're just crossing the T's, dotting the I's through that customer journey. And there's always going to be things need improvement, and you just can't hold yourself back. You got to put yourself out there. So we had a few people come through this week, the top of our funnel. We didn't really know if they were the right fit or we would be the right fit for them. We still probably need to work on our pitch and things, but it's just all that repetition and bringing people through, and then we can look back and see where we're going wrong or where we can improve. Last night I was getting a little bit confused with what needed to be done as well. Just again, thinking things needed to be perfect. I just need to push through those barriers, take action, and enjoy the journey of figuring things out. Things that I really struggle with is comparison, self-sabotage, just getting in my own head, getting in my own way. And to push through those is you just need to keep getting back on the horse and look for the answers. That's something that I've really been proud of on my own personal journey is I struggle. People would say that I'm insane because I keep making the same mistakes, and they always say actions speak louder than words. But the thing I feel that I'm really proud of is that resilience to keep fighting, to keep working to figure things out. I probably put too much on my plate. I don't want to beat myself up if I'm doing some really good things, and if one thing's missing or I'm not quite getting one thing right. I think it's really important to just push through that and lean into the good stuff that you're doing, because overall the start of this year I haven't done everything that I've wanted to do, but at the same time there's some awesome stuff going on. I can't let those little things get in the way of that bigger picture, because if one thing is going to hold me back, even though we're doing 10 things right, like that just doesn't make fucking sense. But that's how the mind works, like especially in my mind. It's just getting out of that victim mentality and looking at that one thing that's going wrong instead of having that growth mindset and look, hey, I'm doing all of these things really well, look at all the improvements, and looking at the bigger picture. Over the past 3 or 4 years, if I really step back and see where I'm at now, it's miles ahead of where I would have been if I didn't go on this journey. And it's being grateful and understanding that I'm right where I need to be, and that has been based off all my actions. Top of the morning to you.
Good morning, champ. How are you doing?
Good, bro. Good. Yeah. Chipping away. I'm just getting the last of these sponsored Cincinnati edits sorted.
I want to get out of the build mode.
Yeah.
We're almost there, and then get into the sales mode, man. And that's reflecting on it last night as to I've put this setting on myself where I'm always building shit, but I'm not actually selling it. So I want the product.
Yeah, bro. No, I get that. Also, don't want us to be too hard on ourselves as well. Like, we'll learn as we go.
What I can do is I can help brief in what's required. Yeah. And then using you as well. Because you're sending me through these real fucking good ideas. We can have our spreadsheet that we can house all that. Yeah. And then we can just go instead of just sending on DMs, just on the worksheet, there's just all of these viral pieces that we can pull through. Yeah. Great. Cheers, Just going to head out for coffee number 3 for the day. Going to go catch up with Maxi, so he's going to help out, do some of our clients' work, bring him in. We want to build the Avengers, the A squad, and he's an absolute gun. So how does it go? Got JT in the mix, mate. I think we might get a design job as well. Yeah, Sports in Australia one for next week. When it's confirmed, like we'll just come up with, they want 2 reels and they want it as soon as possible.
I'd say the top 3 people I've probably shot would be probably Jack Harlow. I toured with Cyril, he's a big Grammy-nominated artist. Stormzy at Laneway. As a music photographer, it's something that I've always taken on board, or always told myself constantly, is just continue scanning. Always be super aware. If the artist is performing, actually just find the moments in between. If they're like staring or interacting with the crowd, or it's the little moments. There are the hype moments, but there's also these intimate moments where there's like connection between the artist and the crowd, and that's what people kind of want to see and experience. So it's always trying to give that into my work.
Getting into that industry, it seems as though you're doing shit that you enjoy.
I think the biggest thing is learn how to take rejection. It goes across the board in most industries or most things, but you're gonna have to just start getting used to the word no. Never back down, never give up. The momentum will continue if you just keep hustling. I've hustled for 7 years, and there's a reason why I've got into the rooms and the festivals and the places that I've been to.
Max is coming on board to help out with some of the client work because I want to stick to building the business, and he loves getting creative, getting his hands dirty, bringing visions to life. So it's going to be exciting bringing someone on like him because he knows what he's up to. He's got an eye for detail, and I'm excited for that. Is there any doubts going forward on this journey? Every day there's doubts. It holds me back for a period of time, but I've always just consistently kept going. Even though those moments come, I think it's in that resilience and pushing through. Those breakthroughs come. There's always moments that you need to put yourself out there, ask questions of people, even if you get crickets and no response. Like the amount of times I've asked for something, and it's important to lead with value, because if you go in there just asking for shit, you're probably not going to get the desired outcome. Whereas a lot of the times I've led with value and just been genuine in my approach, it's come back and repaid me really well. But yeah, every day if I can get out of bed, there's always shit that I'm doubting, and it's about pushing through that and just having that big audacious goal. Sometimes I get lost in trying to scale the mountain, where I just got to live in the present. What are the things that are happening right now that I can do? And I've been building out 5 tasks each day that I need to get through to move forward, and what are those most important things. And sometimes you get lost in the edit or some shit like that, and then all of a sudden the day's gone. Sometimes there's things that need to take priority. So there's fucking doubts every day, but if you're not willing to push through them, and I think it's important to fucking have things that scare you. I've got to understand that sometimes you need to just take a step back in order to take a step forward. You need time to yourself or whatever it might be. You see all these gurus out there and they're like, you got to get up at fucking 5 in the morning and you can't go to sleep till 3 a.m. and then you do that for 12 years and then you start to see a little bit of fucking momentum. But yeah, every journey's different to the next, and I think the more of those days that you can string together and just push through those barriers, fuck man, you're going to end up in a far better spot. Give me some good news. Where are we at with that job? 90%, did you say?
Oh, so there's a brief in there to do 2 reels for Joseph Parker content.
Real excited to drop the first vlog. Yeah, just see what happens. If you are watching this or you watch the first one, I'd love to know how can I add value to you? What do you want to know more about? Business, life. What I'm learning is when it comes to business, you always think, oh, we need more staff or we need more resource, but that's going to cost money. I'm pushing past that at the moment and having conversations with people that see the potential. We definitely have a value proposition that we can offer to get people on board, but I want the right people. So I spoke with one of my mates who was my manager at Red Bull, and he's an absolute gun, and it could just be starting slowly and getting him involved where his strengths lie. If you have a roadblock, just look at what different ways that you can get around it. What is the issue? Is there any ways to solve this right now? For me, I would have thought it would never be possible, but it's just looking at different ways to solve a problem. Problem solving is fun, and if you can look at it that way, you can put yourself in a position to actually solve it. Or even if you try something and it doesn't quite work,
work, at least you're giving it a crack and you're trying to think, how do I overcome this barrier? A really good thing to do if you're in business is reach out to some of your customers, gather that feedback. It's just another feedback loop to have to understand, what you're doing really well, where you could improve, and just so that you're not going in blind. Your opinion's only one opinion, and I guess everyone that's involved within your business, a mate of mine goes into businesses and consults with them, and that's a lot of the work he does, is working with the employees to understand where could they improve, what are the things that they'd love to learn, how could they gain more knowledge, more skill, how could you find ways to help people turn up to work, keep a smile on their face, or build that environment to be the best place that they've ever worked. And whether or not they stay there, it's just putting time into your people. Your people are everything in business, and that's why I'm so protective as to who comes on board or becomes a part of our journey